Hi, I'm Jim Felton. It's my wife Susan, our oldest daughter Sydney, and our youngest daughter Quincy, and we welcome you to Felton Angus Ranch.
Coming up.
Felton bulls do have a good disposition. They're ranchers' bulls.
When it was hot and humid at home, everything else was shaded up. He was out pushing cows out into the open to breed.
We've seen an increase in our wean weight.
His that weighed 763 pounds.
His bulls really work the mountain pretty well.
You know, we don't raise suitcase cattle here.
A visit to Felton Angus Ranch in Montana. Next on The American Rancher. Hello and welcome to The American Rancher. I'm Pam Minnick. Year after year, we visit Felton Angus Ranch in Springdale, Montana, and see how they continue to offer one-of-a-kind genetics for the working cowman. Cattle that can get out and perform on tough ground, and in the end, deliver. They have been a part of the Superior Livestock family for years. And as they continue to provide reliable, growthy Angus cattle, they also provide the consumer with a product that is unmatched. Today on the show, we'll visit with the Felton family and get a look at what they're offering in their upcoming auction. We'll also see some good cattle, meet Susie in the kitchen, and talk with stockmen that know these genetics from years of use. It's hardy Angus livestock and gorgeous Big Sky country on this episode of The American Rancher.
Felton Angus Ranch is a family-owned and operated registered Angus seed stock operation with locations in Ashland, Montana, and then right here at Springdale, Montana. My mom and dad, Richard and Carol Felton, they live on our Ashland, Montana ranch, which is about 65 miles south of Miles City, Montana. We're here at Springdale, Montana. This is where we have our bull sale. Me and my wife, Susan, we run this ranch.
The ranch here where the bull sale is, we call this kind of the bull ranch. We develop the bulls here. They run on these hills here behind in the summertime, so they get a lot of exercise in rough country. And then our second operation is down on the Tongue River. That's where I live. We run basically all the cows down there, and the fall calving cows and spring calving cows, and then we wean the calves and we bring them up here for Jim to take care of. We run about 600 cows.
Yeah, Felton Angus Ranch is a family-run operation that was started with my grandpa Raymond, and now has come down through Dad, and now down to me. I'm the third generation.
My dad started the Angus business in 1951, and well, we've been in business since 1952.
We bought this ranch here, or my grandpa and dad bought it in 1972. Yeah, we're pretty independent here at Felton Angus Ranch. We feel that staying independent and not following fads. If we're not jumping around chasing fads, it's always a good, consistent quality Angus bull year in and year out that stands up for people and tends to keep bringing the customers back every February. The customers here at Felton Angus Ranch come from basically all over the country. 65–70% of the bulls stay here in Montana. The rest go, I guess nationwide via Superior.
Well, we have customers from New York to Oregon, and but we got quite a few customers in Colorado, Kansas country, and they come back and they say, "Oh boy, the bulls have really stood up well," and so we're looking for some more bulls. So,
when you run cattle in big, tough country like we do, it develops a sounder, breeding animal, in our opinion. Makes the feet hard. They get out and travel. They're athletic, and there really isn't a cow that'll get away from a Felton bull. There's some new things going on here at the ranch. We're kind of expanding in certain areas that we haven't really done before. diving more into cattle feeding and finishing some cattle and selling to the packers. And so I think that's good because we know it'll work and we know what kind of cattle work and what's gonna make the most money for people. New this year, I guess, is the first time I ever had an intern here. I took on a young fella, Eduardo, from Honduras, who's doing a internship here with me at the Springdale Ranch. Learn all kinds of things from feedlot management to, working cattle and learning everything he can here about American agriculture that he can take back to Honduras with him and, maybe improve their agricultural system or situation there in that country. So it's been a good experience for all of us involved.
It's my last year of my university career to become an agronomic engineer. So I contact Felton Angus Ranch maybe in July of this year. I'm here through Ohio State University. They are really good quality bulls. I never see that quality in my country. So I'm very happy to this opportunity that Jim Felton gave me to me.
Are you looking for powerful, athletic, high wean and weight bulls ready to go to work for you? At Felton Angus Ranch, we focus on one thing and one thing only. That's raising bulls. In fact, we have since 1952. We are family owned and operated. Our production sales always the second Monday in February at our Springdale, Montana ranch. And we invite you to come see why we have a 95% repeat customer base. Visit us online at feltonangus.com.
Welcome back to the American Rancher. Felton Angus Ranch steadily maintains an independent approach to raising cattle. The family began raising notable beef cattle in the early 1950s and has become established as an outcross bloodline program within Angus circles. Richard and Jim Felton keep working their plan that has made their operation successful, as well as many working cattlemen who purchased their genetics.
A lot of our bloodlines here at Felton Angus Ranch are different than what you're going to find in a lot of Angus circles, I guess. Like one guy said, heck, I can pick up 10 different bull sale catalogs, and they're all the same. They're all the same blood. Everybody's using the same stuff, and if I miss a sale, it's not a big deal because the guy down the road for 3 days got the same stuff. And so we like to be a little different, and we run kind of a lot of our own bloodlines, and a lot of stuff people haven't heard of, they can come here and get. When we go out and buy a herd sire, we buy good bulls and bring them in, and that's so we either raise our own herd sires or we buy good bulls to use in our program, and we'll either use them naturally or AI to a lot of our own bulls. So we just deliver a good, consistent, quality breeding bull that is different than everywhere else. And so if you're looking for something different, you just check us out and you'll find them.
A lot of the real performance cattle have larger birth weights than the heifer bulls. We have some of both. We have quite a few heifer bulls, and then we have some bigger, stouter performance bulls that put pounds on the ground and go to the feedlot and do a wonderful job. In fact, we bought a semi-load of steers from a customer down in Idaho, and we sent them to the feedlot out in the Moses Lake country, and those steers averaged on feed gain from the start to finish averaged 4.76 pounds per day, and I think the feed conversion was about the average is about 83 or something like that.
Soundness is a great issue. We get a lot of longevity out of the bulls. I'm from Eads, Colorado, southeastern corner of Colorado. It's mostly plains and the kind of sandy country, pretty open. And we started buying Felton bulls probably 7 years ago. This is my 3rd year that I've come to the sale. I still have some bulls that I bought from Felton's I guess this has been 6 or 7 years ago, we still have some of those bulls.
I'm from Virginia, and we came all the way back out to Montana to buy bulls because we like what we got. We bought a bull out here last year and some heifers, took them home, turned the bull out, he went right to work. When it was hot and humid at home, everything else was shaded up. He was out pushing cows out into the open to breed. They do everything the Feltons say they'll do. They go home, you turn them out, you don't have to worry about them anymore.
You know, I know in summertime, you know, those cattle run on up in the mountains on a tougher range, and I think that helps these bulls, you know, stay sound, and it puts good feed on the bulls.
I think this is our 4th year using Felton bulls. And since we've switched over to the Felton bulls, we've seen an increase in our wean weights. We've probably gone up about 20 pounds, 20 to 25 pounds in our wean weights in the last 4 years. So that's spurred us to continue on with the Felton bulls. And after the sale this year, we'll be 100% Felton bulls.
I noticed right off his bulls really worked the mountain pretty well. We run on some mountain country, and I always found his bulls up at the top with the cows at the top of the mountain. Pretty impressed by that. The day that Jim brought me my bulls, I called him about, an hour after he left and headed back home. Well, what's the matter, you know, right off the bat? And I said, I was just calling to tell you how impressed I was with how gentle they were. I ran the bulls in and put a tag in their ear and put a brand on them. And I noticed right off that even after being branded and stuff, when we went to load them back up to haul them out with the cows and stuff, they were still pretty docile and pretty easy to handle. They didn't get on the fight, and so I was kind of impressed by their attitudes most. And
you know, the temperament on Felton Angus cattle is generally very good, and you know, we try very hard to you know, if we get a bull that's a little snotty or a cow that's a little snotty, you know, we'll put her on a truck, get rid of her. We don't go and, well, let me look at the numbers before we decide what we're gonna do here, because most commercial guys, they don't do that. And we run ours like commercial cattle, so.
Yeah, I'd say that most of these bulls have a pretty good temperament, and you know, I work pretty close with them a couple times a year, moving them, vaccinating, and we never seem to have a problem with temperament at all.
No, these bulls are easy to handle. And they're certainly bulls for ranchers. I know these guys are ranchers raising bulls for ranchers, and we definitely appreciate that.
Felton Angus has always purposed their operation to be a source of genetics that ranchers can depend on. The focus is set on the commercial cowman and keeping him in business. Putting pounds on the ground is something that Feltons do best. We'll have more on their story when we return. You're watching The American Rancher. Stay with us.
We've got your famous Felton Angus beef, family ranch raised tomahawk ribeye. Let's go throw it on the grill.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Joining me now is Kirby Schnorr, the host of Superior Sunrise, who knows the Feltons well. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Pam. And yes, I have gotten to know Jim and Susie over the years, and their social media presence is something we have talked about in the past. Their long-standing relationships with customers from the Carolinas to Montana to California. But what has been most impressive lately is the fast-growing Felton Angus beef. Their beef is 100% born, raised, and fed in Montana. They are dedicated to providing healthy family ranch-raised beef from their family to yours. Susie gives great tips on how to create a wonderful eating experience for any and everyone that sits at your table.
We're going to reverse sear a tomahawk ribeye. We've got it defrosted, coming up to room temperature, and we're going to salt and pepper it on all sides. We'll take it out on the grill, and we will, over indirect heat, you can use a smoker grill, you can use a regular grill, you can even use your oven. We're going to set it at 225 on the grill, and we'll bring this tomahawk up to 110 degrees. We'll pull it off of the grill and then we'll crank up the heat. We want that hot. You can use a cast iron pan on the stove. You can use your grill brought up as hot as you can get it. We'll sear these as hot as you can get them till you bring them to your desired temp. We like medium rare, so we're in the 130 range. Once you take it off the grill, you can rest it in a compound butter, or you can add that butter to your cast iron pan. It gives it a little ta-da finish. Be sure to let those steaks rest for 10 minutes, slice them against the grain and serve. A tomahawk ribeye is one of those fabulous pieces that will amaze your guests. It'll make you the hero of your dinner table.
Our beef business has really taken off, and Felton Angus beef. My wife's doing a real good job with that. It's 100% Felton sired cattle, whether we raise it or I buy them. You know, when I buy them, they're from our customers, they're out of our bulls. I know what we're getting, I know the quality and the consistent product that we're able to put out with them that way. And so far so good. It's really been working well for us.
We use social media to tell our story, whether it's about Felton Angus bulls or Felton Angus beef. It shows how we treat the animals, how we care for them, whether it's hot outside or knee deep in snow. The kids are involved. We have bottle calves that we feed every day. They're old enough to be weaned these days, but they are almost part of the family. We have an online store that you can shop from. We sell beef in small packs, focused on whether you're a griller or a cook, what size family you have, and you can buy individual cuts like the tomahawk ribeye. We deliver a Montana steak experience. It's simple to order and an adventure to receive. The Branded Beef program is about telling our story, and it's about sharing the great product we raise at the ranch, how we treat the animals, clear through what they eat, how the kids are involved. It's a family operation, and clear our customer. Our customers now share their story back with us. They share grilling tips and how they prepare beef, Instapot stories. We feature their recipes in recipe books, and they'll even come up and visit us here at the ranch. We get so much feedback about the quality of our beef, how people have never tasted anything like it. And it's what we grew up with, it's what we're used to. This is how we raise beef, and it tastes good. It's tender, it's flavorful, it has everything clear to the ground beef and the stew meat, clear up to our tomahawks and everything in between. They're top notch, people like them, and they taste good. We start with Felton Angus genetics. We have Black Angus cattle, and we're raising the best animals that we can. We take care of those animals. They're raised in a healthy environment. We're always concerned with their health and welfare, and we take that clear to the consumer with a great quality product. Our customers are all over the United States. They become friends of the family, and we ship to them in every state except Alaska and Hawaii. Knowing where your food comes from is our passion here at the ranch. Jim and I have always talked about taking our product clear to the consumer. We've used social media to start that process, and now we ship not just direct to the consumer, but we've become the personal rancher of our customers.
Are you looking for powerful, athletic, high weaning weight bulls ready to go to work for you? At Felton Angus Ranch, we focus on one thing and one thing only. That's raising bulls. In fact, we have since 1952. We are family owned and operated. Our production sales always the second Monday in February at our Springdale, Montana ranch. And we invite you to come see why we have a 95% repeat customer base. Visit us online at feltonangus.com.
In 1994, Superior Livestock Auction introduced nationally recognized value-added programs to the American beef industry. Now, cattle sold on Superior Livestock video auctions get top dollar when a program is behind them. The USDA-approved, third-party audited Superior Verified program verifies source and age of your calves. Superior Progressive Genetics identifies load lots of cattle sold on Superior that are sired by Top Genetics. NHTC verifies the source, age, and non-hormone treatment status of your calves. These and other Superior value-added programs are just another way that Superior Livestock is improving the beef industry and bringing more dollars to your bottom line. Individual programs start at just $1.22 per hundredweight.
So you can't make any money any faster than investing $3 and getting $40, $60, $70 back.
Call or go online to find out more about Superior Livestock's value-added programs.
Welcome back to The American Rancher. Many Felton Angus customers are long-standing repeat buyers. The reason is simple: they get results.
We have about a 95% repeat buyer base year in and year out here, and you know, we get new customers that whether they're on Superior or you know, or at the sale, you know, they pretty much kind of tell us the same thing. Well, you know, they last longer. I'm not having to exchange bulls as much is because, you know, their feed ain't going bad on them from getting too hot a feed, and you know, they're structurally they're sound. You know, we don't raise suitcase cattle here, so if that's what you're looking for, you know, you won't find them here. We still like a bull with a lot of bone, a lot of length, a lot of growth, actual growth, not number growth. Heck, I feed cattle, I understand it. Big, you know, stretchy, long, deep, thick cattle with some grow in them. They'll put a lot of pound across the scale, and that's what you get paid on. So our cattle are that way. We still breed them that way. And, you know, I think it's working for guys.
This past year, we had some calves that weaned 763 pounds out of the Felton bulls. Largest calves we've ever weaned.
We like the length. We like the ability to put on meat, put on muscle in a short period of time. And we like the fact that they can move through big country and not get stuck in one green spot, and they'll get the cows rounded up and get them all bred.
When they got to walk 2 miles for water in the summertime, they learn how to travel. Their feet get hard, they don't wear out on you. You know, rugged country makes a good bull.
Felton bulls do have the characteristics that we're looking for, and they do hold up well in this country.
Customer service from Jim and Richard, you couldn't ask for better. Top notch all the way around. You can call Jim any time of day, he'll answer a question. If you got a question about cattle, he'll answer anything you got. You buy stock from them, they bring them to you. Can't ask for anything better.
Jim seems really concerned with trying to help you, you know, improve your deal, and they seem like they would like to see you succeed so they can succeed.
They're just great people to work with, and they're our kind of people, and they raise our kind of cattle.
We'd like to invite everybody to attend our sale on February 11th, 2019 here at the Springdale, Montana Ranch. We'll be selling you a good bunch of thick, stout range bulls and bred heifers, and we'll feed you one heck of a lunch, and we'll have a get-together afterwards. So we'll post stuff online on Instagram and Facebook, and then you can follow us at check us out at feltonangus.com as well. We invite you to be here at Felton Angus Ranch. We look forward to seeing you.
The Felton's 2019 production sale comes your way Monday, February 11th. The auction is brought to you by Superior Productions. The Feltons are great folks, and they invite you to take a look into these Angus genetics as well as their impressive branded beef program. They continue to be the working class producer for the working class rancher, and there's no denying that. We'd like to thank Felton Angus Ranch for a great show and the visit to their beautiful Montana operation. Visit them anytime on their website or follow them on social media. For more information about us, visit our website, theamericanrancher.com. I'm Pam Minnick. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Superior.
Creating the nation's most elite feed efficiency cow herd did not happen by accident. 25, 30 years ago, we were putting these cows in extremely tough conditions, real world conditions, and that eliminated the inefficient cattle. And then through vertical mixers and the Grow Safe system, we have been able to propagate and locate the elite feed efficient cows on the other side. Whether it be the feed efficiency testing that we're leading the industry in, whether it be the high elevation PAP test work that we do in a legitimate fashion, or whether it be the 4-year guarantee that we offer. Our goal is to create the most profitable customers in the industry. The things feed efficiency have allowed us to do is our breed up and conception goes up, the fleshing ability on the cattle goes up, and the amount of feed per animal goes down. We take up the name cowboy bulls because we run cattle in the toughest conditions, and the actual scientific work that we do synonymously make a better bull for the ranchers or cowboys in the industry.
We want a trust relationship with our customers. We want them to know that we care about them, that our products work, and we'll stand behind them.
To come back and purchase, to bid and buy their customers' cattle, they're very, very dedicated to a customer's product, and I think that creates a lot of longevity.
98, that's 63,000. Thank you.